Welcome back. Well, here we are. It is tax day, April 15th. Americans are seeing an 11% increase in their tax returns this year, according to the IRS. House Majority Whip Tom Emmer and National Association of Manufacturers CEO Timmons out with a new piece on how manufacturers are open for business like never before. They point to the One Big Beautiful Bill and the 2026 Working Families Tax Cut, saying that they've boosted take-home pay while helping companies keep up with demand. Joining me now, the men themselves, Minnesota Congressman and House Majority Whip Tom Emmer is here, along with National Association of Manufacturers President and CEO Timmons. Great to see you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. And I enjoyed this piece, and I want to talk more about it. But first, Congressman, I got to get your take on what the president told me yesterday on reconciliation. Where are you on this plan, and how slim could it be? Do you want to put defense supplemental money in there as well as the funding for immigration?
I think it's going to be very difficult to put anything but the actual Department of Homeland Security money in the bill. It's already setting a terrible precedent, Maria, by pulling out two items of an appropriations bill that was previously agreed to both by Republicans and Democrats, both in the House and the Senate. In fact, the only reason this has been held up is because of the Democrats' Marxist, socialist, anarchist base that is refusing to, well, Chuck Schumer doesn't want to lead. He wants to follow. So we're trying to deal with it the best we can. For us in the House, the skinnier the better. You put just what needs to be in it, because the second you open the gate, everybody's going to want to put a little of this in, a little of that in, and then it gets very tough to manage. So the skinnier, the better. Now,
this is what the president said yesterday. He called it slim. He says we're going to do a slim bill. But you got a lot of priorities. You got the priorities for defense spending. The president wants a $1.5 trillion defense budget. You've also got the Save America Act. Are you expecting to do another reconciliation before the midterms then?
That is our speaker's intention. In fact, we had this discussion last night that was the intent to do for the second reconciliation bill until the Senate decided to handle it the way they did, which didn't work for the House, literally passing a bill that carved out the Customs and Border Patrol and immigration enforcement officers from the bill. That did not work in the House, so it held everything up. Now we had to pivot to a reconciliation bill because Democrats will not help us with anything. They will not vote for anything that will put the Americans' safety first. Well, so we're going to have to do it.
That's what the president said yesterday, and here he is with me on this issue yesterday. Watch this. You've been talking about a reconciliation program with the Republicans. Can you articulate to our audience why a reconciliation package is important and why you want to see it on your desk by June?
Because we can't get any Democrat votes. With reconciliation, we can get things passed. The good thing is the Great Big Beautiful Bill, that was 4 years wrapped into one. Now we're doing some additional things. But, you know, the Great Big Beautiful Bill, I think it's the biggest, the best piece of legislation. It should be called the Great Big Beautiful Tax Cut Bill, because you have no tax on tips, and look how that's working out. No tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime.
So what can you put in the reconciliation bill? Other than funding Customs and Border Patrol and ICE? Anything else?
Well, we're doing mostly that. This is mostly about that because the Democrats don't want to do it. Then we're putting some things as we go along. But, you know, you've heard the expression, we want to keep it sort of slim because we want to make sure that I have the safest border in the history of our country.
Can you put the Save America Act in the reconciliation
I'd love
plan?
to do it, and we'll certainly look at it. But I mean, there's nothing easy.
Can you make it a budgetary item?
It's good for the military. You know, the military's away. They have to be able to use it, et cetera. Somebody that's sick, somebody that's away, you can't. And you do mail-in voting. But mail-in voting cut back so that it's fair.
You know, Congressman, one of the issues is a lot of people expect you to lose seats in the House in the midterm election, so you got to get your priorities through now, before the election, right?
Well, first off, we've never lost an election in April, Maria. It's the election's in November, and the big, beautiful tax cut bill, as the president just referred to it, will be having maximum impact by the time we get to August, September, October. That's going to make the difference when it comes to the midterms. In the meantime, when it comes to voting integrity in this country, the president is right on. He is spot on. I come from Minnesota, where they don't want to provide the federal government with their voting rolls. Why? I mean, if you have nothing to hide, Maria, why wouldn't you just provide those voting rolls? It's time that we just acknowledge 80% of this country, 90% of this country has no problem with verifying that only citizens are voting, and in fact, on election day, that only those citizens that have been previously recognized are the ones casting ballots. It makes sense, common sense.
It's unbelievable. So you think you'll put Save America Act in the next reconciliation before the midterms then?
I think there's going to be an effort in the House. Our members are unified on this issue, whether it's on the next Reconciliation Act or whatever goes through the House. You're going to hear this Save America Act being part of it on almost every discussion.
All right, you just mentioned the big, beautiful bill. Jay, it's had a real impact on business. I mean, the National Association of Manufacturers releasing this landmark study of the cost of not renewing key tax cuts.
Yeah.
I mean, it found without action in 2025, the U.S. would have risked nearly 6 million jobs,
That's right.
$540 billion decline in wages, and a $1.1 trillion hit to the GDP. Tell us about the impact, what you're seeing from manufacturers right now.
Well, manufacturers are incredibly optimistic right now. If you look at some of our manufacturers around the country, Ketchy Manufacturing, for instance, invested over $1 million in new plants. I had a chance to tour the facility last month, Maria, and what I saw there was not only the equipment, but the new employees that also came on, one of whom at age 19 was the first person in his family to buy a home because of this tax cut bill. I've seen it at Vermeer in Iowa, where they're investing in a 300,000 square foot facility, 300 new jobs. We're seeing investment, job creation, wage growth, and that's exactly what the 2017 and the 2025 tax bills were meant to do.
I mean, you really have to look at what you all put in this bill, the big, beautiful bill, in terms of writing off things, in terms of business, a small business. We're going to talk with Kelly Loeffler coming up on small business. Tell me about that and what that means for job creation and business creation.
Well, small businesses are the backbone of this country, right? And so if they want to invest, taking that investment over several years just wasn't working out for them.
Yeah.
So being able to deduct an investment right from the start means that they can put more money into their plants, into hiring workers, and into growing the economy.
Tom, was there anything that you wanted to get into that big, beautiful bill that you didn't in terms of the tax code changes that you would consider putting in this next third reconciliation package that we just talked about?
There's always stuff that's left on the cutting room floor that we can come back to. But the main things, I mean, the 199A, preserving that for small business. There were so many good things, 100% expensing. You look at UMC, a company that is in my district in Monticello, Minnesota. They employ 230 people. You know what they're able to do now? They're able to reinvest into the company to expand it and employ not only the 230 that they already have, but to expand that workforce. And the no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime, no taxes on Social Security. Think about this one fact. The average family of four, two parents, two kids, if they're making $73,000 in this country, they're not paying any federal income tax. This is a tax cut bill for everyone. We're touting small business, but it is a working families tax cut bill without question.
That is big stuff, really. And, you know, it's a shame that the Democrats don't want to admit that. I mean, it's obviously an economic booster. Gentlemen, thank you. Great to have you both. We so appreciate you joining us, Congressman Tom Emmer and Jay Timmons. We'll talk with you